This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Junior Varsity Volleyball from Lorain High School alongside Joe Bach. My name's Rob Polinsky. Cleveland Heights in the pink jerseys. It'll also be easy to read. Lorain in the blue. And I'm assuming the pink is for breast awareness in October.
Yes.
So the start of this, Lorain with the spike to begin. And the ball on the Cleveland Heights side. They're going to hit it over on the third try. And Heights gets the first point of the match.
Yeah, the only thing about those jerseys, I will say, Rob, is numbers are only in the back, so
we'll deal with it.
Yep.
For Lorain, they have a record of 14-4 to begin tonight's match. So an outstanding record. There's Holcomb with the set, sent over by Aaliyah Thomas, and then sent over on the third hit by Jalissa Williams for Lorain. As this JV match just gets underway, and Cleveland Heights takes an early 2-0 lead in the junior varsity contest in game one. Other starters, Julia Lurie, Ariana Washington, and Yasmin Faria is the libero, or the libero, however you want to say it. I don't know how Joe says it.
Libero.
There you go. That's what we'll go with then. Lillian Banks puts it over for Cleveland Heights over to the Lorain side. There's the set, and set over on the front, from the right side of the front row, blocked back. And that'll be Lorain's first point. They trail 2-1.
Just like the Chrysler Libero. Oh, no, that's Libero. Never mind.
Serving will be Carissa Holcomb, a junior. Nice serve by Holcomb, and that'll be a point for Lorain in this game one, tied early on at 2. Again, junior varsity volleyball will play 2 games out of 3. Games go to 25. You must win by 2. Holcomb serving. And Cleveland Heights from the back row. It is Alicia Brooks sending it over to the Lorain side. And there's the spike from the left side of the front row. Wow. Beautifully done on that kill. Jalissa Williams, a freshman.
Very nice.
Lorain takes a 3-2 lead, Joe. So the Titans with 3 consecutive points.
Freshman took the first match. 25-14, 25-12, I think it was.
Holcomb again serving. There's her 3rd consecutive serve that goes over the net. She'll play it from the back row. It is set by Hydea Swiggett. Sent over to the Cleveland Heights side, and it'll be a point for the Titans. They lead 4-2 as the Titans on a 4-0 mini run here.
Take that back. I think the second one was 25-16. So looking to keep up the same success the freshman had here.
Holcomb again with the serve. Set and sent over by Cleveland Heights, but a beautiful block at the net by Swiggett and Thomas there. And Lorain takes a 5-2 lead, and Cleveland Heights wants an early timeout. So Cleveland Heights takes an early timeout here in game one, trailing 5-2 after a 2-0 lead. They have given up 5 consecutive points, and they have elected to take the early timeout. That gives us a minute to tell you about Lorain City Schools television on WLCS TV 20. As Joe Bach was telling me a little earlier, the YouTube getting 800,000 hits as you look at the Cleveland Heights huddle. WLCS TV 20 on Spectrum Cable. You can like Lorain City Schools TV 20 on Facebook. You can win great prizes. Check out Lorain Schools TV 20 you can follow us on Twitter at LCS_TV 20. The YouTube station is Lorain Schools TV 20. Check out Lorain City Schools TV 20 on Facebook for all your entertainment and informational needs. Set by Swiggett, left side of the front row, blocked nicely back by Cleveland Heights. Back to the Titans. And again, sent over on the third hit by Jalissa Williams, who's had a good start to this game, and the Titans get the point. So the junior varsity team having an excellent year, Joe, much like the varsity, the GVs at 14-4.
Yeah, all 3 levels are actually doing very well.
Point for Cleveland Heights. That ends the 6-0 run, and it's now 6-3 Titans. Swiggett. Holcomb will send it over. And the Titans get the point as unable to play that ahead. We have all the JV numbers I've got. I don't have that one. So it's 7-3 Lorain. Thanks to assistant coach Cheryl Bancic. She did the freshman game, and then she gave me the Cleveland Heights roster and said, Rob, there's a bunch of changes, so I appreciate Cheryl helping me out. But even with the changes, there's still numbers out here that I don't have anywhere for Cleveland Heights.
Yeah, they had wholesale changes.
8-3, and there's a spike that is an ace. It's good, and Lorain leads 9-3. So after trailing 2-0, Titans have outscored Cleveland Heights 9-1, and it's Julissa Williams, a freshman, serving for the Titans as you take a look at the 9th grader. She'll send it over. You could tell her timing was on that missed serve. Timing was off.
Yeah, she'd have been better off letting that one hit the ground and trying it again. You get one of those every rotation.
Yeah, it happens. And Cleveland Heights will send it over. Played there by Holcomb with the set. Right side of the front row sending it over, and that's going to be in. Just in bounds by Aaliyah Thomas, a sophomore. Well, that was right on the line, Joe, and it's 10-4 Lorain.
Perfect placement.
And it will be going back to serve Aaliyah Thomas. Nice line drive serve that the Tigers play. Left side of the front row. Just getting it over are the Tigers. Back to the Titans. Holcomb with the set for Lorain, who's wearing the blue uniforms. Sent over by Swiggett, and that will be a point for Lorain. Good hustle by Cleveland Heights, but unable to get it over the net. It's 11-4. Lorain leads.
Don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but this weekend's the draw for the sectionals.
Okay, for the sectionals.
For the varsity.
Wow.
Yep.
Varsity
Coming
volleyball,
quick.
the D1, I believe, still down at Midview.
It is.
Well, there's a lot of good teams over there.
Oh, there is. Very competitive.
Holcomb, and on the third hit, sending it over. Sahara Velez into the match for Lorain. Set by Holcomb. From the middle of the court, sending it over, but just wide out of bounds was Julissa Williams. That point goes to Cleveland Heights. Lorain leads 11-5. And I know talking a couple weeks ago with Coach Jackson, Coach Chantel Jackson telling me that she thought with the right draw and with the way they're playing, maybe this is the year that Lorain can make some noise down at that tournament.
Yeah, we'll all be rooting for them, and we'll have to see how their schedules match up, and maybe we'll follow the ladies out there for a game or two.
Left side of the front row, Mercedes Rivera, a sophomore, sends it over on the kill, and Lorain leads 12-5.
But first-year coach has done an excellent job this year.
Yeah, she has. Chantel Jackson, first-year varsity coach, taking over for Coach Rossitano. And with the serve is Julia Lurie. And the battle at the net, and Rivera was into the net, I believe. So I think Cleveland Heights will get that point. They will. It's 12-6. Lorain doubles up Cleveland Heights right now at this point. And we have substitutions as Alicia Brooks comes out for Cleveland Heights. And we're going to see the young lady, when she turns around, we can see that number on her back when she goes to serve. Or maybe not. Like you said, Joe, those are a little hard to read with just on the back, but sending it over. Lorain will play it, and it is Kemi Sampson who served that, wearing number 9. Sent over, but out of bounds by Cleveland Heights. That will give the point to Lorain, and hitting that out of bounds is Kamari Wilson. 13-6 Titans here in game 1 of this junior varsity contest. Again, the JVs for Lorain, excellent at 14-4. And serving will be Ariana Washington. Washington. And on the third hit, Titans are going to put it over. The Tigers put it over to the Titan side. Holcomb will set up Rivera. Rivera gets it to the back row for Cleveland Heights. And the Cleveland Heights team does a nice job of getting it over. Jada Streifel got it over. And the block at the net. Rivera goes there to play it for the Titans. Tigers on the third hit will put it over. That's Kamari Wilson getting it over to the Titan side. Is one of the longer rallies here in game 1, and that one is sent out of bounds by Wilson, too long, and it's 14-6 Titans.
Yeah, some excellent volleyball here at the JV level.
Agreed. And serving again is Ariana Washington for Lorain. Ariana, one of the freshmen that also is playing junior varsity. And you mentioned it earlier, Joe, that all three levels, freshman, JV, and varsity, playing well. And, of course, we're featuring all three of those tonight against Cleveland Heights. There the Titans try to play it ahead. Unable to pass it to a teammate ahead was Aaliyah Thomas. And that point will go to Cleveland Heights. It's 14-7 Lorain. Cleveland Heights led 2-0. We've had one tie at 2 and one lead change as the Titans, after they were trailing 2-0, Joe, got that nice 6-0 run to quickly take the 6-2 lead and really haven't looked back. Cleveland Heights to serve and into the net. That'll be a point on the missed serve for Cleveland Heights, a point for Lorain. And unable to get that over the net was Yasmin Robinson for Cleveland Heights. Yasmin Faria, a sophomore, jump serve. Excellent job played by Cleveland Heights from the back row. Wilson sends it over, and that one was hit out of bounds, and it'll be Lorain's point. As Wilson wasn't able to get it inside of that antenna cord, Joe, and if you don't do that, that's out of bounds. Yasmin Faria with the ace, 17-7 Lorain.
Excellent serve.
And another timeout for Cleveland Heights. So the Tigers, you get 2 timeouts per game. They have used both of their timeouts as you take a look at the Lorain huddle. And I want to remind you that Club TV 20 at Lorain High School, the career tech education video production. You can join Club TV 20 and be a part of Lorain City Schools Television. Club members produce content for WLCS TV 20 on Spectrum Cable and for Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. The advisors are Mr. Joe Bach, who's with us tonight, Mr. Terry Trout. You can email either one of those gentlemen if you're interested, or if you see them at Lorain High School, ask them about it. You can do camera work, graphics, instant replay, switcher, Titan News, sports, concerts. At Facebook and YouTube, search Lorain Schools TV 20. And at Twitter, it's at LCS_TV20. And Joe, I know from last Friday doing the football game with you guys in Club TV 20, you've got a lot of kids involved this year, it seems like.
And I will say, and I know you liked it, Friday was probably our best production ever. It was all around excellent.
I'm glad you liked it. Hopefully the viewers did too. There's Holcomb with the set, middle of the front row. It's sent over by the Titans. And from the back row, can she get it over on the third hit? Unable to do so, but a good effort there by the Tigers, but unable to put it over. And it's 18-7 Lorain here in game 1. Faria, and she will rethrow as she put it up there and then didn't like it, so let it fall. And there she sends it over. It's an ace, so a nice job by Faria. And Joe, you mentioned that earlier. One of the Titans maybe would have been better off having done that, but you saw Faria. If you don't like the throw, you can always redo it.
Get one per service rotation, so...
Okay. They take advantage of that right there, and Cleveland Heights is going to make a substitution. So we wait a minute as they'll make a substitution into the back row. Faria again puts it in the air, and this time we're going to get a point for Cleveland Heights as there was some movement there for Lorain that evidently was illegal, so it's a point for Cleveland Heights. It's 19-8 Lorain here in game 1. Holcomb sent over on the third hit by Julia Lurie of Lorain, and the Titans will get the point as Kamari Wilson puts it into the net. Titans lead it 20-8. And it's Carissa Holcomb, a junior, to serve. Deep serve that is played from the back row by Cleveland Heights. And on the third hit, nice job by them to get it over. And that was Tori Pollard who sent it over. And that spike is going to be long on that kill attempt from Lorain by Jalissa Williams. Point to Cleveland Heights, Lorain leading at 20-9. Serving is Kamari Wilson. She's a junior. Holcomb with the set. Williams with the kill, puts it into the net, unable to get it over, and the Tigers have consecutive points and now trail at 20-10. There's an ace, as unable to handle that serve on the line drive was Aaliyah Thomas. So the Tigers trying to get back into game one. Joe trailing at 20-11.
That's 3 in a row.
Yes, it is. Serving is Kamari Wilson, Jr. Cleveland Heights, nice serve. Holcomb, and on the third hit, Williams puts it over and tries to. Let's see, Cleveland Heights cannot get it over on the third hit. Wilson put it into the net. That's a point for Lorain, and they lead 21-11. That will send Jalissa Williams back to serve. And there's a point. Unable to pass that ahead was Jada Streifel, and it's 22-11 Lorain. Late stages, game one. Again, in freshman and JV, you play 2 games out of 3. And the varsity, it's 3 out of 5 sets or games. Williams sends it over. Tigers play it back. Williams from the very back row over to Holcomb. Middle of the front row, sent over by Aaliyah Thomas. And the Tigers find a hole in the defense and get the point. 22-12 Lorain. Holcomb. Faria comes together there with Thomas. A little miscommunication for the Titans. Point for Cleveland Heights, and it's 22-13 Titans. Ace, nice serve, 22-14. Tigers hanging around here, Joe, trying to get back in this. They trailed 20-8. And since then, they have outscored the Titans 6-2, but, you know, they might run out of points here with only Lorain with 3 to get to the game point with that missed serve.
Make it 2.
Make it 2. It's 2 points away from game one. But back to serve is Aaliyah Thomas, the sophomore. From the back row, Tigers play it ahead. They'll send it over on the third hit. Holcomb with the set. Right side of the front row, heading it over was Hydea Swiggett, and the point goes to the Titans, and it's game point here at 24-14. Game point for Lorain in game number one of this junior varsity contest, and there it is. They're able to get it as Lillian Banks unable to put it over, and Lorain wins game one by a score of 25-14. You'll see both teams exchange sides here, and after this timeout, we'll be back with game number two. We'll see if the Tigers can get the Titans can get a 2-game sweep over Cleveland Heights. Junior varsity volleyball will continue after this timeout on WLCS TV 20. Home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Hi, my name is Lorain Alvarez. I'm 16-year-old and I'm a 12th grader at Lorain High School. I'm studying architectural design through Lorain High Career Tech Education Program. I started at the beginning of my senior year. Since then, I've learned about plumbing, electrical work. I've learned how to read blueprints and all about the basic rules when building on a construction site. My favorite part is the hands-on aspect. I'm not really a book learner, but when it comes to going on site and building, I love it. As for my teacher, Mr. Sturgill, I think he's really good. He's taught us a lot of things. I really see a lot of leadership in him. I also saw a lot of leadership in my father. I watched DIY shows with him all of the time. Then I thought I can do this. I plan on pursuing a master's degree in architecture through either Ohio State or Kent State. At first, when I started the architectural design program at Lorain High, I was scared and insecure. Then as time went on, it got better, and 2 weeks later, I knew this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I know what I want to do, and it's all thanks to Lorain High's Career Tech Architectural Design program.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps him by, giving him another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Game 2, junior varsity volleyball. Lorain leading 1-0. And they'll take a 1-0 lead here to begin game number 2 with the serve by Carissa Holcomb. If you're just joining us, Lorain won game 1 over Cleveland Heights 25-14. Lorain serving with the blue uniforms. Just get a look at Carissa Holcomb right there. And Cleveland Heights today wearing the pink on defense. Great serve by Holcomb to the back row. Set by the Tigers, sent over. That one's going to be long, out of bounds, 2-0 Lorain. With the set was Tori Pollard. She got a good set, but the spike attempt by Kamari Wilson was way long, and Lorain leads 2-0. Another good deep serve that the Tigers will send over on the third hit. Boy, nice job by them. I didn't know they would, if they could get to that. And there's going to be a point for the Lorain Titans as Haidia Swiggett hits it over, and Lorain out to a 3-0 lead. Somebody having a pretty good day there, Joe. Are those balloons for you?
No.
And there's an ace for the Titans. They lead 4-0.
I think it's Rob Polinsky Appreciation Day.
There's an early timeout for the Tigers as
tell
they
you what,
trail
Rob,
4-0. Yes, sir.
we're going to take a quick timeout as well.
Okay, we'll do that. Early in game 2, Titans lead 4-0. We'll be back.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state. A major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily.
Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
Titans following the timeout, leading 4-0 as Holcomb serves it. Holcomb now with the set, and Jalissa Williams with a kill. It's good, and the Titans lead 5-0. So the Titans off to a 5-0 lead. And it will be Holcomb to serve as the Titans lead 5-0. Again serving, and unable to put it over on the second hit as it was passed a little too far by Jada Streifel. Tori Pollard trying to get to it for Cleveland Heights, couldn't do so, and the Titans lead 6-0. Carissa Holcomb again sends it over, and that one will be a hit out of bounds. It's 7-0 Titans. So the Titans off to a quick start here in game 2. They won game 1 25-14. And once you have a team down, if you can get off to that quick start, boy, that's so important to keep the momentum that you had from the last game. And the Titans have done that to this point. Tigers on the third hit get it over for Rhea from the back row for Lorain. The set and the spike is going to be out of bounds by Aaliyah Thomas. That's the first point for Cleveland Heights here in game 2. They trail 7-1, and it'll be Tori Pollard to to serve. Pollard, left-handed serve, high serve that gets over the net, and Titans unable to pass it ahead to Holcomb. She tried to dig it out, could not do so. Tigers trail 7-2. Pollard again, gets it to the middle of the court on Lorain side. Jalissa Williams goes to get it, and that spike attempt will go out of bounds. So the Tigers try to play it, and it hit part of the ceiling here.
It came back to their side so they could still play it.
Which they did, but they hit it out of bounds.
Right.
Jump serve for the Titans. Dug out from the back row and then hit into the stands by Tori Pollard. It's 9-2 Lorain. So the Titans off to the quick start here in game number 2. The JVs with a record of 14-4. Into the net. Tigers can't play it. It's 10-2 Lorain here in game 2. Titans out in front 10-2. Williams jump serve, well done. Nobody there defensively for Cleveland Heights. 11-2 Titans over the Tigers.
Heights having all kind of trouble with that serve.
Yes, they are. They're unable to. I always say the very first thing you have to do, Joe, is serve receive, and in the serve receive, they're unable to pass it to their setter so they can get into their offense. And if you can't do that, well, it is really difficult. You see another example right there where on the serve receive, they just can't pass it to a setter. And we're going to get a timeout by the JV team for Cleveland Heights, with Lorain leading it by a score of 12-2. And Joe, just for our viewers, if they want to know a little behind the scenes of WLCS TV 20, all your inputs are on mic. All 3 of them are on mic.
Yeah, we'll change.
So I just thought I would let you.
Yes.
I know viewers are always wondering, the behind the scenes technical jargon. So Joe, I just thought I would go ahead and let you know that.
We'll change input 3 to line.
Oh, we want to put input 3 in the line.
Yes.
Would you like me to do that now?
Yeah, could you please?
Yes, we can do that. So, see, we're letting the viewers know a little bit of the behind the scenes. So 3 will go in the line, which it is now.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Sometimes I think if you just tell the viewers what we're doing, Joe, make them part of it. And there's a well played by Cleveland Heights. They get the point. Unable to get it over the net was Janae Harrison, who just came in for the first time. Harrison on the left side of the front row for Lorain, and Cleveland Heights now with the serve trailing 12-3. So Janae Harrison in for Lorain, left side of the front row. And unable to handle that serve was Jalissa Williams, and Cleveland Heights trails 12-4. Serving for the Tigers is junior Kamari Wilson. She'll see if she can serve her team back into this match, trailing 1-0 and 12-4 in game 2. Janae Harrison sends it over to Holcomb. Holcomb on the third hit, puts it right back to the Titan side. Holcomb with the set. Janae Harrison with the kill. It's going to go long, out of bounds. Point for Cleveland Heights, and the Tigers with 3 consecutive points trail 12-5. Beautiful serve.
Wow.
Right over the net by Kamari Wilson. It's an ace, and the Tigers trail 12-6. 4 straight points for Cleveland Heights. As they try to crawl their way back into it, and they dug themselves a deep hole, trailing 12-2 early in game 2 of this junior varsity contest, but 5 straight points, and they've cut that 10-point lead in half, Joe. From 12-2, it's now 12-7. I still think those balloons are for you because they are right next to you. I think they're waiting for in between games. And, Joe, those are going to you. I've got a funny feeling. That one is a missed serve by Kamari Wilson.
Tonight is senior night.
Okay.
And Rob Polinsky night as well.
Well, Joe, like you, I was a senior our senior night was a long time ago, buddy.
Well, if Bob were here, it'd be senior citizens.
Well, that's true. Yes, he has a different definition of senior night. And it actually came from Joe Bach. I didn't say that one.
Oh.
13-8 is the Tigers get a point.
Did I do that okay, Rob?
You did great. I think you've been listening to me all these years. 13-8. Cleveland Heights trailing by 5 with the serve. Sent from the back row ahead to Holcomb. Mercedes Rivera will play it back to the Cleveland Heights side. There's the set, and he'll set up the offense. Blocked nicely by the Titans, but the Tigers get the point. And, Joe, they're right back in it.
Wow.
They trail 13-9. Boy, give them credit for losing the first game 1-0, and yet they come all the way back after being down 12-2. Lillian Banks to serve, does so. Holcomb with the set for the Titans, back to Williams, and it's beautifully hit. And that point will go to Lorain. They lead 14-9. Substitution for Lorain, Julia Lurie, a freshman, coming in for Swiggett, a sophomore.
Well, truth be told, Rob, next week I turned 55, so not too much room there for me.
Holy smokes.
I know.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to play with you anymore. You know, I mean, you're too old for me. Back row, Williams puts it into the net. Double nickel coming for you.
I know.
Any big plans?
No.
Maybe a nap?
That sounds great.
14,
Been putting in a lot of time here.
55.
I know.
Joe.
Yeah.
Well, no matter how old we are, we're still younger than Schlumbaker.
Well, that's true.
Yes, there's a point for the Titans, as now they lead 16-10.
That will always be true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Leah Thomas with that point. Titans lead it 15-10. Substitutions for Lorain coming into the match. Ariana Washington coming back in for Janae Harrison. And Washington will go back to serve for Lorain, her team leading 15-10. And she'll put it into the net on the missed serve, gives it right back to Cleveland Heights, who trails 15-11. But the Tigers, Joe, they've gotten some momentum here in game 2, as they'll make a substitution before they serve. And serving is Kemi Sampson, a junior. In the back row, Lurie sends it to Rivera. Rivera will put it back to the Tiger side. Set, and they sent over from the middle of the front row. Well done. Tigers get the point. As that is Jada Streifel off the set by Tori Pollard, and Lorain takes their first time out.
Rob, it's a three-point match.
It is. Lorain leads 15-12. Absolutely right. You take a look at the Cleveland Heights huddle there with their coach. And we want to remind you, while we've got a minute, that Lorain City Schools Television, WLCS TV 20, got the YouTube station, Lorain Schools TV 20. Now you take a look at that Lorain huddle. Follow us on Twitter at LCS_TV 20. Check out Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook for all your entertainment and informational needs. And if you like Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook, you can win great prizes as you take a look at the Lorain Junior Varsity coaching staff with their team. Coaches Cruz and Neely.
Yeah, we're approaching 6,300 followers on our Facebook page,
wow,
which is really great as well.
They'll serve that out of bounds, so Lorain maybe broke up the rhythm of the server there, and it's 16-12 Titans. Yasmin Faria goes back to serve. Her jump serve, hit it, point for Cleveland Heights. So back-to-back missed serves for each team. And it's 16-13 Titans, but the Tigers will serve.
And our YouTube channel, in addition to the many views, we have around 1,700 subscribers as well. So you subscribe to our channel, you get notifications when new programs come up.
Yasmin Robinson in the serve for Cleveland Heights. Jalissa Williams puts it into the net, and the Tigers lead, or the Titan lead, is down to 2 at 16-14. Remember, Lorain led 12-2. Just a few moments ago. But to Cleveland Heights' credit, they have outscored the Titans 12-4 since that point. Holcomb will try to dink it over, played from the back row for Cleveland Heights, send it over. Holcomb will get it. Now the set for Jalissa Williams, sent back over to the Tiger side. Tigers on the third hit, put it into the net. And that will be a point to Lillian Banks, put into the net, and it's a point for Lorain. They lead 17-14. Holcomb goes back to serve. Coming back in is Hydea Swiggett on the left side of that front row. There's an ace off the serve by Holcomb, and that was well done and needed. It's 18-14 Lorain. So fall sports, hard to believe when we filmed this, we're in the first week of October, and we're kind of on the back side of the fall sports, Joe, believe it or not.
Coming up week 7, high school football.
Right. And played there into the net as it was double hit by Cleveland Heights. Looked like Banks and Pollard, a little miscommunication, and that point will go to Lorain. It's 19-14 Titans. Holcomb, a nice serve, but that is just out of bounds wide. Sent it over on a line drive over the net, but well played by Cleveland Heights. They did not play that serve. It was just wide, out of bounds, point to the Tigers. Tori Pollard to serve, into the net. 20-15 Titans. Titans are 5 points away from a 2-game sweep. And improving their record to 15-4, but they've got 5 points to get to do that, and Jalissa Williams goes back to serve. Right side of the front row, it will get sent over by the Tigers, but out of bounds, point for the Titans, 21-15. Zaya Brock with that hit for Cleveland Heights. Holcomb with the set, left side of the front row, and off the block by Zaya Brooks. It's a point for Lorain, and it's Sahara Velez who gets that for the Titans, and the Titans are 3 points away from this match. From the back row, it's played ahead, and the Tigers are able to get it on the third hit. Titans sent it right back over. There's Holcomb with the set. And Swiggett with the hit, and that's going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, at the conclusion of this match here, we're going to scoot out of here real quick because we have senior night festivities.
Okay.
And if you're watching on Spectrum Cable, that'll be coming up next. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll have to exit out and reload the next one. So senior night activities and the varsity match.
Okay. Tigers put it into the net, and the Titans, JV Titans, are 2 points away from this
and
match.
Rob Polinsky night, too.
There you go. Sounds good to me. Every night's my night, Joe, when I'm here with you. I mean, what else could I want?
Well,
the Tigers are able to get the point there as Tori Pollard puts it over to the Titans side. It's 23-17. Titans still 2 points away. From the back row, sent ahead. Holcomb will dink it over to the Tigers side, and the Tigers just do the same thing right back to him. Jalissa Williams on the third hit gets it over, and the Titans get the point. It's match point. Now I know what all the balloons are for. See? Now you tell me, Joe. 24-17 Titans. This is match point. Julia Lurie trying to serve for the match for the Titans. The freshman with the serve. Is it in or out? It's in, and that's the match. So the Titans win in 2 games, 25-14, 25-17. You see both teams shake hands. We'll take a timeout, and coming up next, we'll have the varsity match with the senior activities. But for the JVs, it was Lorain in 2 games, 25-14, 25-17. And congratulations, Lady Titans. They improved to 15-4 on the year. For Joe Bach, this is Rob Polinsky saying, have a good night, everybody, and thanks for watching WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.